All right, like I was saying, number 2, Mike, you forgot that you bought ticket to come that evening and you missed your flight. And then the flight came too late. Missed your flight. Then you flew the next morning. I was the one that picked Mike from the airport. I took you and my wife in the car to Apostle Suleman's hotel. When you were in Suleman's hotel and you were being rebuked, you were begging for me to reconcile you with your father. You were begging me and then talking to Suleman begging. How can you forget that I was the one that took the picture? And my wife is an evidence and a witness in that matter. When you were leaving, when I was talking to Mike and Apostle Suleman in the hotel, begging Apostle Suleman, who literally didn't want to have anything to do with you, and he accepted because of me, I sent my wife outside in the hotel so that we can talk. And when we finished talking, I sent you out. And Apostle Suleman asked me, Apostle, what do we need to do? What do you think I should do to this young man? I said, put him on probation. And he said, okay, we'll give that a thought. And I brought you in. When we were going, Apostle Suleman gave Mike $1,000 and gave my wife $1,000 for transportation. And I was going to go to Germany, so I was going to German embassy to pick my visa. And then I took Mike with me to pick my visa in German embassy. On our way out on the terminated bridge, our car got a problem. Mike, you forgot? And then Mike gave me the $1,000 that is my gift. I said, no, I don't do that. It's your father that bless you. You need ticket money. I know how you hustle to come down here. I don't do that. And then you say, if I don't take any money, Mike said, if I don't take any money from the money, he will not be happy, and he will throw the money in the terminated bridge water. So I took $100 out of it, and Mike left with $900. And then Mike called his mother and put his blood mother and put her on the phone. The mother was crying and thanking me that thank you for reconciling my son back to his father. We have been laboring, going everywhere, talking to everybody, even in the airport. Apostle Suleman embarrassed us. I didn't know there was a case like that. It was your mom and yourself that told me. And then that is done. Only for Mike to go to the house, and I was managing them on the phone how to go. I told Mike to go to the church on Sunday, even though they have not finalized every arrangement. And you went and brought story that people were happy, and news was going up and down, and all of those stories, until I got to America. When I got to America in New York, myself and Mike and Faith and Apostle were back to back on the phone for almost every other day, trying to reconcile this family. Long story short, Mike, you and I have a WhatsApp conversation. You and I have a WhatsApp audio conversation. You send notes to me. Your wife did the same, and you forgot I have them. Where did you keep your mind when you were doing a video that you said Apostle Suleman is in the custody of your wife? Did you forget that you, Mike Davis, called me on the phone and said you have left the house, and I was begging you to go back home, and you left for Abuja? How can you forget so soon? I begged you, and you said you don't want to do anything with that marriage again. You are done with your wife, and she said this or whatever, and you are done with the marriage. I told you to think about your children. You told me that she has 2 options: either to return your children, or to you, or she should keep it. And that was what happened. Faith was hospitalized. Do you know how many days I was on the phone talking to your children and praying for your wife and talking to her, encouraging her on the phone? The woman went mad, almost insane, and into depression. How can you be this cruel? I don't have problem with your domestic family, your problem with your family. I don't have problem with whatever you are doing with the Omega Fire Ministry and Apostle Suleman. But I have problem with you not being sincere on the weight of my involvement on this thing. You never mentioned my name. Your wife never mentioned my name. I feel that both of you are ingrate. This is my conclusion on this matter. Be sincere enough and remove the name of Apostle Suleman when it comes to dealing with your wife as being missing. You know where your wife is. And let me give you the biggest shocker of the era. When your wife left Kano to Abuja, I was aware. I know who gave her the money to make her transportation to Abuja, which is her elder brother in the UK. I am aware of that story. And then, can I give you the shocker? Pastor Faith know where Mike is living, because they live in the estate opposite each other. We have cracked jokes on it, and I said, one day both of you will run into each other in the shopping mall and in the supermarket, and we laughed. Faith know where Mike is living in terms of geographical location. Might not know the definite house, but he knows because both of them live in the same estate. Mike, your wife lives in your estate. Faith, you know that your husband lives in your estate. So don't bring Apostle Suleman each. 2 of you know to bring this man of God into the matter. Mike don't know where Faith is living, but Faith know where Mike is living, and this is over a year. And you know why I'm pissed off? I am pissed off because when I did this reconciliation, Faith blocked me on the WhatsApp and also blocked me on Facebook and went solo for 1 year plus. I had the voice of Faith for the first time in a year and plus. yesterday when the storm began to rage, and I wanted to blast her on the phone, but because she was crying, I felt to hold my peace, and I had my peace of mind to talk to her. Apostle Suleman called me and said, "Did you see the video that was going out?" And I said, "Well, I didn't see the video." And he told me in confidence that I didn't want to reconcile with these people. You begged me. Look at the mess you have put me into now. Pastor Mike, I was told by your wife yesterday that you have collected the bride price. If a man's wife is missing, the two places he's going to find out. Number one, from the in-laws place and from the police station. Apostle Suleman, which you know is in Zambia right now preaching, doing the work of God, is not in the custody of your wife and does not know where your wife lives in Abuja. Psalm Okpe was the one that pleaded with Apostle Suleman from New York while I was staying in New York to please support your wife and give them fitting. I don't even know that they have given your wife a church. I didn't even know how much of help Suleman have given after she blocked me. I don't know, for whatever reason she blocked me. I don't know. I wasn't chasing her. I wasn't looking for her. I was just there mediating. And she felt that they want to use me and dump me, whatever the case is. I don't give a crap to that because I don't need any favor from either of the two parties. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole of Nigeria, please have this at the back of your mind that Apostle Johnson Suleman is innocent of the allegations and the accusation from Mike Davis and his family. God bless you until I come your way again. Mike, you know that you and I have a long WhatsApp conversation. The evidence is there. Please, let's not get to the point where we are uploading evidence. You know who took the picture. Why will you crop out your wife's picture and Suleman and edit my image and edit the image of Joe Asuko and then make it look like as if Apostle Suleman is having something to do with your wife? How could you guys be too cruel? Somebody gave me $3,000, gave my wife $3,000, gave your wife $2,000, gave you $2,000, a total of $7,000 as a gift to go back to your house because you couldn't get your ticket money. How could you be cruel? Is it not part of the money you used to buy your ticket to go back to Kanu? Let's be sincere and let's not take people's benevolence and soft heart